Dummy watch, yeah, that's you. So let's see what we got. I think we got a clean day today.
Another wonderful day, wondrous evening, beautiful nights, wherever you are. As you're experiencing this tapestry that we call life, yeah, what are we doing today? How y'all feeling, first and foremost? Mm? How y'all feeling? Feeling marvelous? I hope you're feeling marvelous. And if you're not feeling marvelous, may you find swift amelioration towards resolve so you could then feel marvelous. Ah, beautiful day, y'all. Actually, yeah, and it's also subjective because it's hotter than fish grease outside. You could really crack an egg, put it on the asphalt. You got yourself a nice little scrambled John, sunny side egg, right on the asphalt concrete. Basically cooking for the spirits that live in the street. For real. This heat wave is crazy, man. Mm, mm. Woo-wee. Sagamore in the building. Sagamore in the building. What's good, y'all? Everything is good. Everything is crisp. Oh, everything is lovely. Hope all is well with you, man. Yo, on this side of the world where I'm at, man. Let me tell you something. Whew. Heat exhaustion. It's dangerous, bro. It's dangerous, man. Let me tell you. You know, this weekend when the news broke about the the I guess the Iranian nuclear compound being bombed by U.S. Uh, air fighters, maybe about a good day or so after that noise, that's crazy. After that news hit the media, yo, the next day, all of a sudden this explosive sound just cracked through the air, crack 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 crack, boom! It's like, yo, what the hell? What the heaven is going on? This sound just cracked through the air, man. It was like an explosion. Boom. A big boom just cracked through the air out of nowhere. What do you think was the first thing that ran through my mind, yo? Yo, I thought we were under attack. At least on some level. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like I'm thinking it was actively manifesting or occurring at the point. But I thought, yo, we all right, this is it, man. This is it. Crack, crack, boom. A split second, I thought we were under attack, yo. And then throughout the day, people are doing like short clips, getting on their social media, basically talking about that explosion. That what I thought was thunder cracked through the sky like a bomb. I'm hearing other people have the same experience, waking up, getting, awakened from that noise. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. Where are we at with it, man? Where are we at with it? Mm. I gotta tell you, man, coming from New York, y'all, I'm a little traumatized, man, for real. Like when I hear, for example, and it's not about, this is not a flex. This is far from a flex, y'all. So I'm not flexing, right? When I say this, there's an issue, like to me, like when people say, "Uh-oh, like America is gonna be a target," and to me, there's a difference between America being a target and New York being a target. It's entirely different things, bro. Real talk, man. Like when we went through that lockdown, man, it hit so different in New York. It was crazy. Like America at large didn't experience. It was like even more taxing over here, y'all. Like crazy, bro. So when I heard that boom in the sky, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get out of man. And I dropped down to my knees and the Lord came. Like I wanted to just immediately, everything good was going through my mind, like hoping that people are not getting hurt. Don't get hurt, please. Not us, not today, not ever, please. Yo, been through a lot of crazy stuff, man. Even throughout the world, but in New York, man, it's different, man. We had blackouts, natural disaster, Hurricane Sandy, the 9/11 fiasco 25 years ago, 24 whatever years ago, the lockdown epicenter of craziness, all kinds of weird events. Man, listen, man. We had a blackout, yo. Man, vulnerability. I think it was like around 20 years ago, maybe 23 years ago. In the middle of the summer. Blackout, imagine. No AC. You're getting cooked. You're having meals on the sidewalk. Why? Because people pulled out their grills. Those who have fire escapes, cooking on the fires. People were outside, man. People were outside, man. Gandhi in the building. What's going on, man? Oh, so here we go. The dude said Crypto Austin. Oh my goodness, man. DOC on them. You on one already? Yeah, man. What's up with y'all, man? I'm not gonna take too much of this time because my phone is getting cooked. But yeah, man. There was something that I'm gonna talk about on another blog, but I'm gonna touch on it now. Like, yo, there's an issue, right? Like that always like challenges me, and that's like men acting like children. Men acting like children, bro. Grown ass men behaving like kids. Very problematic. Why? Because someone someone's always leaning on somebody else, trying to take all the energy away from you. So you got to take care of yourselves out here, man. Got grown ass men don't want to be who they're supposed to be, making excuses, basically being parasites. I don't respect it. Mm-mm. You know, when it's time to rise to the occasion, they fold and make excuses. You know, I remember I was reared different. I was raised different. I was raised to, by force, by default, to solve problems as a child, like crazy, man. Like, imagine growing up, Generation X, it was special times, yo. Like, we had to figure things out on our own as kids. We didn't have social media, we didn't have the internet, we didn't have AI like that, where we could just type in a few keys and create a bootleg situation or get answers. No, we had to find the answers, yo. We had to go to libraries and really dig deep if we cared. Some of us ripped out pages from the periodicals and the reference books just so that we can like plagiarize. Real crazy. Real research had to be done though. Like it wasn't like it is today. Things are different on so many levels. And today, man, like you got grown ass men just, oh, here we go. Here we go, yo, live and direct. An accident almost happened. Like, it's crazy, bro. I get off these streets. It's hot out here, man. People are pissed off. But yeah, man, like I'm gonna start talking about other things, yo, because real stuff going on, not just some crypto stuff, yo. Not just some crypto stuff. Real stuff. Because this crypto thing, yo, is niche. Just like many other things are niche, but what I realize like with crypto, a lot of these men behave like kids, spoiled brats, spoiled, entitled, feel like they deserve, feel, they just justify their greed and being selfish, and it's just terrible, bro. So I'm gonna just start talking about other things because number one, number one, I realized like in the last few years, if you don't, as a creator, as a content creator, there's a difference I think between being a YouTuber, a social media person, as far as like you just talk, and being like a content creator. I think it's totally different. Totally different. When you're creating content versus getting on a device and just spitting, talking. I literally spit though, and I know I can spit. But when you're a creator, you're adding something to the fold. Whether it's editing, creating work, creating artwork, creating whatever genre, even if you want to do some type of pseudo journalism, is a difference than just getting on the thing and just talking gibberish. And I want to tie in like real life situations on my streams because first and foremost, what I've been doing these last several months, as far as anything crypto related, is basically identifying the weaknesses of your man. I did that. Like, there's nothing more that could be said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I covered it all. Like, as far as like how he gets down and then things he's done that's just been incredibly bizarre and contradicting. There's nothing more to talk about as far as that goes. You know, I let other people rock. Like, I don't have to add anything more to the confusion he's presented. But one of the things that it always brings me back to, like, yo, how you a man and you're supposed to be so successful in life and you presenting consistent failures. And while you're believing that you are successful, your failures are helping you lose more in the grand scheme of things because he's unwilling to learn from the challenges so that he can really improve the quality of his life because he don't care on that deeper level to share that with the world, but you would share everything else pure from a pure narcissistic perspective and a harmful one at that. And you're supposed to be a man, right? And you're using the internet as your podium to espouse rhetoric. And there's a lot of people out here that have weak minds and they could fall victim to that, bro. They could listen like that, and you see it happening live and direct already. With people who can't think for themselves or who want someone else to take care of them for them, they want somebody else to think for them. Man, that's a trap. That's a trap. And for somebody like that to call themselves a man, you know, I learned many things in this last few years dealing with this crypto stuff and specifically this pulse chain thing. And so it's time to like step it up a higher level because when you've never been, see, I've been a mentor, right? From like young, mentoring kids who lived more messed up lives than I have. And my life was crazy, like growing up, right? And I still found a way, even through incredible hardship, to kind of give back and not brag about it because I saw it was important. Well, if you could reach one person's life and make a positive difference, in other words, I think you've done a great job, right? And this person, recently I said it, like, if you helped 100 people become rich, yo, in essence, you you've did your job too. You've done your job too, because that on that level, how many people can say that they'll be able to do that within their entire lifetime? Like, you contributed to literally making the world a better place. But for some people, it's bigger than that. The reason why that doesn't matter for certain individuals that are completely self-engrossed is because they have a different agenda. They have a completely different agenda. And information, if given to the wrong person, can be misused or used in a harmful way. 100%. Because we've also seen that happen in crypto too. You teach a group of people how to do things, how to remain safe, how to understand what's going on, and that and this and that and that. What they do? Some will continue to push the line and do good, and many others will do bad. But it's a risk you take. It's a risk you take. But when you're a man, I believe it's important to be accountable. Hold yourself accountable. But you don't have people like that rocking and rolling accordingly. You don't have people like that doing those things, bro. Like, who play a certain position. You think everybody could be a founder in a sense where you create a system, you create a system that's going to benefit innumerable amount of people. Everyone can't do that. And when you find yourself in that position and you squander your gifts, come on, bro. That's like slapping the creator in the face. So when things change, right? When things are taken away from you, like your freedoms, maybe your health might become adversely impacted. you know, who you gonna blame? There's consequences for what we do. There's consequences, man. When you have a young felon, a person who says they are 24 years old, they have a criminal record. They've also launched coins and done things in the community that have not helped people win. And this same individual who's disclosing that they are a criminal and they're very young and they got beef with people in the community. And if that criminal, whether they're reformed or not, is trying to give the founder advice, is trying to give the founder advice on getting his stuff together, you got a 24-year-old telling a 45, 46-year-old to tighten up. That's a problem, bro. You don't have to hear it from me. You don't have to hear it from me because people they don't respect how what you do can be mimicked, duplicated, and copied by somebody else. People listen. You don't know who's listening, who's following, right? Who's going to do something that you talked about. You just don't know. You just don't know. And that 24-year-old guy, and it's not somebody who I ever talked about, so nobody really knows. Unless you know, and then even then, there's a lot of people who are young who are in crypto, but you don't know who I'm talking about like that. Because I didn't give any more details, and it's for a reason. Nobody cares. You got a 24-year-old giving you advice as a founder, purport to be self-made serial entrepreneur, millionaire, now alleged billionaire, this and that, and the 24-year-old felon, ex-felon, who copied your moves, launched coins, learned how to rug from people, rob the people, and is still around trying to do something, I don't know, trying to be around and maybe learn to be a better person. And that person's giving you advice because they looking for something. The young people are looking for guidance, right? And why wouldn't they want to look to somebody who seemed like they figured things out and they got their affairs together? But there's a disconnect there because a person who that kid is looking up to, right now is failing. It's failing. But that's what it is, though, man. A young man looking to do better, came from a harsh background, is familiar with the penal system and all that. Probably did more time than your man ever did, right? At 24. Then you got a person 20 years older who running. Like, what example are people showing? You know what I'm saying? What role model is that? What type of role modeling are you doing? What kind of legacy are you leaving behind as a man? And some of these people, man, I don't have it all together as far as like, I haven't figured all of this out as far as life and what we're supposed to do. But I'm trying my best to avoid the traps and the landmines. And I've taught my son and teach other people, other young men, how to do better and be better and represent that. Not just in words, but through their actions and live it. It's not about tooting your own horn. It's about how you contribute. I think that's important. Ian J. Dub in the building. Tail 7 in the building. He said, Richard in the building. Richard, Richard in the building. What y'all talk about in the comments, man? See what y'all talking about. I can't even see, y'all. Like, I didn't do a sacrifice for my eyeglasses. concrete jungle where dreams are made from. Damn, man, I'm trying to read this. He said, and another thing, I watched that stream, part one and part two. How come no one has figured that? Oh, wow. Hey, I can't tell you, bro. I can't tell you. You be having a special sauce, DOC. You be having a special alpha, special sauce. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sound technician. Yeah, y'all talking that talk. Sound technician. Part one and part two. I don't know which one he's talking about. I could barely see. So he's convinced. Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. You know, people come out with different alt accounts. I mean, it's just weird, bro. Like you're a man, you're supposed to be. I don't know, man. Not supposed. I don't know. I don't know. The energy is wild. The energy is wild. Energy is wild, bro. Like, unfortunately, the brainwashing is real. The deprogramming, the mental programming, the training. You know, the community is very gullible, bro. Like, when I say crypto wide, bro, like people appear when they want to learn, they're so green. It's so you know they're not initiated. They're not battle tested. They don't know what they don't know. So they're vulnerable. The community is incredibly gullible. Like, for example, this man would talk about some ladies, liquor, and leverage. Don't trade because you will get wrecked. So in your mind, you're thinking, oh, he's keeping you, he's kind of like protecting you. He's telling you don't trade. Why would he tell you not to trade if he didn't know about trading, right? So you're thinking he's protecting your interests. Has trading stopped in the world? No, no, it hasn't. Trading is risky. Trading is risky. It's risky business. We get it. But has it stopped? Like you're not moving the needle any direction. He's actually what's crazy is he needs to really stop saying it because that hasn't stopped anything. In fact, people are going to continue to trade. You know, even while they're taking calculated risks, it's going to continue. It's not going to stop. You know, where people highly suspect that he hasn't stopped trading, which he has not stopped trading. You know, like even the more popular trades, one of the more popular trades with him buying ETH at $4,000, spending hundreds of millions of dollars, where you got over 170,000 Ethereum. That was a trade. The trade he did. But this is the man that tells people, you know, ladies looking like, we understand leverage trading. I get it, but still, you trade, you still trade. So the idea was buy into this gimmick, buy into this messaging, right? Buy into this dialogue that I'm packaging up so nice for you and putting a nice magenta, orange, purple bow on top of it and tell you, believe in me because I know what I'm doing. I know crypto better than you because you're an idiot. So buy into what I'm saying and selling you. How effective has that been? Like, his arms are too short to box with God, yo. Like, but let him tell it, and people believe he's God. Real talk. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, oh, and they're wrestling with it. Folks are having a hard time, and I don't blame them. But I pray for them. Pray they open their eyes, wake up, and really position themselves in a way to deal with whatever comes, whatever the outcomes are. Whether it works out or doesn't work out, may you land safely on your proverbial feet and not fall. Because let's say you lose. I think even when you lose, it's an opportunity for you to win because there's something for you to learn. And if you win because he decided to pull all the levers and pump the market, it's a win-win. But come on, it's about perspective, man. But all that stuff you've been talking, man, old ladies looking leverage. Meanwhile, you didn't stop that. You actually encourage people to use leverage platforms on his own chain. Encourage people to use the sacrifice projects that came after his sacrifice on posts. Talk about you could do leverage trading now. But in another breath, prior to that, you're telling people it's ladies, liquor, and leverage. Don't trade. Don't do leverage trade because you will get wrecked. Like, bro, you're not an authority like that, you know? Not an authority like that. He needs to be an authority for himself. Govern his life better. He's showing future criminals how to behave. That's crazy. You're not training people how to have a successful crypto experience. You're training criminals how to fleece. Am I lying? I told you a felon was pleading to him. Yeah, bro. Think like that. I saw it with my own eyes. Don't trust verify. I saw it with my own eyes. 24-year-old felon giving RH advice. Go figure. How'd that work? How'd that work, bro? Black Levin in the building. How'd that work? That tells you something. People were listening. They did their one twos, and they see there's not like there's no real long-term benefit from stealing, from robbing, from grifting. You're not gonna be, long-term success unless it's just you and you just got your own agenda and you just want to enrich yourself forever. How are you building a community like that and talk about world a better place? Come on, man. You know, I got you. Like I could barely see. I see. You said you left the link. Got it. Yeah. Like I'm not. Look, I'm not denying. You can't deny anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like he capitalized like off of the euphoric high back in 2021 from that last cycle, and you capitalize off the whimsical nature of people feeling good, seeing that they making money, and flipped it. Yo, y'all making money? You made a lot of money, huh? You made a lot of money. Guess what? Sacrifice. Give me your money. Yeah. It's for a good cause. Freedom of speech. Come on, bro. Freedom of speech. And on top of your freedom of speech, don't expect any type of ROI. Only in crypto you deal with shit like that, bro. Only here, only in crypto, bro, or in the streets. Even in the streets, there's some type of code, like a certain law of the land. Like, yo, you giving somebody money, you want something back in return, unless they robbing you, unless you straight getting robbed. But over here, it's, oh no, let me add a layer to that. Have no expectations because I'm fighting some kind of Pee Wee Herman Howie test. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And bought it. Ta-da! Just like that. It's called confidence, the long con. Until proven otherwise. That's what it is, bro. Long con. Jason X went in the building. He said it's battery powered postcard. Like, these people, and they double and triple back. But the dude is so off with it. I didn't want to give him no, because see, this is the thing, right? It works both ways. Like, the dude telling you ghost the trolls or don't listen to haters and block them and all this and that, but you profess about some freedom of speech. And when it gets the fire gets too hot for you in your proverbial kitchen, you're telling people, yo, just cut them off. Like, how's that work? You know, you trolling, doing this dumbest shit in the world just to get a laugh like a child. Macaulay Culkin had better scruples than this guy, yo. Home Alone. Like, that kid had, come on, bro. Come on, bro. And he's so off with it, yo. He's so off with it, man. Talk about like that whole thing, like he's so backwards, bro. Like you're not what he's doing. You don't know what he's doing to himself, bro. You know, when Trump went on live talking on the news channel, said Israel and Iran don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's your man's. You think our Rich knows what he's doing, son? Bro, spirit is coming through again, yo. Spirit of truth is coming through again, bro. And I don't have that much time to build with y'all like that, but the spirit of truth is coming through again, man. He don't have a clue what he's doing, bro. It's moment by moment. It's under 2 months. Hang in there. People are vulnerable. People are hurting. People are literally hurting, yo. And what does this? How this guy frames it? People are crying. People are crying and begging. And that's what he does. And then we'll tell you the same people he's saying are crying and begging. Yo, go market, slave. Go work, slave. Keep working. Like, yo, son. The math isn't mathing, bro. It doesn't add up. MJ in the building. What's up, MJ? We are the world. We are the children. MJ in the building. See, MJ MJ, when you come through, you know you know what I'm saying, I gotta express my thoughts, man, because you be inspiring me. Because look at your demographic as far as your generation, man. You guys are young. You got this, man. The future is yours, man. The world is your oyster. You have a solid foundation. Great guidance and leadership. You're blessed, bro. Run with that, bro. Many kids your age don't have that. Case in point, you got your man, this other kid, 24 years old, a felon. The community knows it, completely doxxed because he got some drama in the community and he begging our race to be a better man. How that work? See? MJ, you blessed, bro. I'm trying to reach people like MJ, straight like that, bro. MJ, you blessed, bro. Like, for sure. Solid, bro. Solid foundation. Build off that. Really construct and build off that. And make your parents and your line, your lineage proud of you, bro. Not like these other people out here, man. They're lost. They're lost, B. Like real talk. Lost. You looking to a man who is has just nothing displayed but clown behavior. They lost, bro. Lost. What kind of man would you take serious if he's not a comedian? Because this dude corny. This dude corny. Gonna talk about some weird stuff. I can't even talk. I'm not even in the mood to even talk about the stream, the post he put about something crazy, bro. The way you use the bathroom or what you gotta do to it's just this dude. Come on, bro. In some respects, ha ha he, but you think now's the time? But that's what he does. That's what he does. That's why personally I think he's doing that on purpose, but it ain't gonna go the way he think. And so he gonna get tired of his own stupidity and he gonna have to do something, make something happen, whether it benefits everybody or just benefits him or doesn't benefit anyone and doesn't benefit him, something's gonna happen. And he's gonna have nobody to blame but himself. We talk about RH. Come on, bro. Like, yeah, man, like focus, man. MJ, I'm gonna see your comment later. But yeah, I was able to say here is we come so far. Absolutely. You made it this far. Keep pushing. Don't stop, bro. Don't stop. Because you got incredible amount of adversarial forces that exist all the time that try to push you off your path. Don't stop, bro. Don't stop, bro. Make your father proud, make your mother proud, make your family, like I said, your lineage proud, bro. Because right now I'm sure they're proud of you right now. And that's something that you can't put a price on. You can't. That's why I used to always say, man, the youth really they are the future. I didn't understand that. I believe the children are the future. I heard that. And I didn't understand it as a child until I became a man of a certain age. I'm like, yeah, it's true. It really is true. And you got this. You got this, bro. You got this, bro. And each one teach one. Each one build one. These people here are trying to destroy. They're trying to fake teach, fake build, but what they're really doing is deconstructing to destroy. Can't have that, bro. No time for that. They are not the creator. They don't. Their arms are too short to box with God. It's just what it is. But they think they can. They're gonna fail miserably, bro. Can't stop evolution. Can't stop evolution. They can't stop what's meant to be. You know, it's to the point where, because the realest thing is this, like these people talk about that coin, right? That 3-letter coin, right? The dude want to frame it a certain way. All 3 letters, easy to remember, very marketable. You know what used to be a nail? Like that used to sound like nails on a chalkboard. That product market fit. How well is your product fitting the market today? It's not. It was just words, gimmicks, spells that he was casting with his through his verbiage and propaganda. Bro, that ain't right, bro. Like that's not right, bro. No, you keep talking and calling negative forces to you. Keep talking about this stuff. I did it. I did it. Don't do what I did, yo. Don't do what I did, bro. That word is akin to a curse. Calling that energy towards you, and you wonder why, right? Everything is down and to the right. Feeling like, things are not materializing and moving where you expect. And put some gay ass colors on the coin and acting like you straight. How that work? Can't even be real with your orientation. I don't care. True to form. You go to a conference and it's a cursed conference. Cursed coin, juju coin, voodoo coin. Like, and then things are really out too. Like really, like I'll put this on. Come on, man. Whether you believe in it or not, don't matter. It's not about if you believe in it or not. You call in a certain energy next to you, talking about it all the time. People don't realize certain things, how powerful words are. When you become subjected to it without you even being consciously aware, because you're hearing it all the time, and you don't know what you're calling, what you're attracting to yourself. The whole thing is weird, bro. Like it's definitely time to purge. It's definitely time to transform, transcend, ascend higher. Like, yo, enough of all that, bro. Enough of all that. Like, even talking about it, it's like flip it, because everything starts with a thought. Then you got the words. Then you have time to act on the words based on your thoughts. You know, you got this coin in some circles. This thing is it's like you just attracting problems. But you calling it a coin like it's supposed to change your life because it appeared like it changed other people's lives. But what was the price? What was the price they had to pay? Right? It's an illusion because you know what? Let's say you buy a house. Oh man, I got all this. I got to buy a house. You bought yourself a building that could bring you absolute drama. It's great to be a homeowner, but it's also they don't tell you the flip side of what being a homeowner, a property owner, right, entails. They don't tell you about the challenges that comes with that, right? You put yourself in a fancy vehicle, but you stuck in the hood. Oh, you got the fly ass wheels, but how long are you really gonna have those wheels when you still live in the hood because you couldn't afford to take your dumb ass out the neighborhood? You attracted problems. Or if you have the wherewithal to move, nondescript. So now you're gonna basically sequester yourself from life because you can't drive around everywhere because you got the fancy cars and your peoples don't. So you can't go around your people because they're going to jack you. Case in point, not even case in point. Think about any situation. Go outside with a neck and wrists full of jewelry. See how that worked for you. You better have a rocket in your pants. You better have some kind of. You better have a missile launcher in your pants while you walking around with truck jewelry. Huh? People don't understand peace, having tranquility, having peace in your life. Invaluable. Invaluable, bro. That's why I've always been reminded some of the people you meet in the world who appear to have so much less than you, their hearts are so filled with purity and joy that while they appear to not have much of anything, they will welcome you into their home and feed you and not think twice about it. And if you don't accept their food, that would be a direct affront, a disrespect to them. Meanwhile, you're looking at them and being like, "Yo, no, I'm not. I'm okay. You could barely afford to do this." No, they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart. Some people will never understand that, and it's people like that to me are closer to everything pure versus everyone else who's living in some kind of Western world, first world mindset. For sure, they're closer. They're closer. They're closer to everything good that the Creator manifested. It's just my opinion. You got somebody who through his words, bro, the power of the word, raised $1.6 billion. Do you think that man is happy with 1.6 billion in the tuck, not including whatever he may or may not have had prior to that? Does that sound like a happy person in truth? Don't act like you know and you don't know. The way you've been behaving online shows you. You think these entertainers, these world leaders and super uber rich people can just chop it up with your man, Light Wonder, on the block building with the people on some nondescript locale? You think they really can do that without being accosted by the public? No, they live in their own bubble. They have to have security, right? When they say money protects itself, you know why? Because the populace doesn't have what they have, right? And they created a situation where the populace became sort of like adversarial in nature because you watching somebody else have so much more than you. Meanwhile, you're experiencing hunger pains. If you see them next to you, you touching them. So they're not gonna put themselves in that position, but they forever have to pay. Forever have to pay to buy into this idea, this maniacal idea of being rich, of being rich beyond their dreams, when they're really psychologically incarcerated. Don't it's not rocket science, bro. Look what your man doing, hiding, pretending like that's cool. But you got billions. Imagine, bro. Like, think about, people can't, exclusive. It make you think like exclusive. Oh, you live in such an exclusive, highly isolated neighborhood. You live in a jail compound. Stupid. I don't care how lavish the digs are. It's still a prison. Started with their mind, and they place themselves in an environment to keep themselves separated from everybody. That's not living, bro. It's not living. He's so warped and has gone too far deep down into his proverbial depths of whatever that he even thought in his mind that he's going to create his own country. You know what that means? Is not to separate yourself from something else that you think you could create that's better than any system known to man right now. No, it's to create your own prison the size of a country. I don't care if it's an island. I don't care how big or small it is. You just want to build a prison and allow other slave-minded people to fake join you so you can continue to abuse them and use them and manipulate them and control them. That's what you're dealing with, bro. That's what you're dealing, and that's from a man or a person who's supposed to be a man. People have a hard time really seeing things for what they are, and I get it, yo. MK Ultra, the mental programming, brainwashing. When you hear something over and over and over and over and over and over again, you become what you hear. You become that. So it's dangerous out here. Like, be careful what you take in, what you ingest, what you study, what you eat, what you listen to, what you engage in. Your thoughts reflect your reality, like your existence. And you gotta be careful, bro. Be careful. This guy, if it was up to him, he'd want you to disappear and behave like he's done, but not really, because he wants to make sure he's the only one in his mind being this way and thinking that's a form of success, because he doesn't care about the well-being of somebody else. He'll lie to you to reel you in. That's the gimmick, and call it marketing. You know what I mean? Like, reel you in. You need the victims to draw from to satisfy your narcissistic need, that fuel. What's he gonna feed off? Who the host? Where's he gonna get his sustenance from? The weak-minded people. Unfortunately, unfortunately. FOMO TV, what's going on, man? FOMO TV in the bill. I can't see the chats, the messages though. I didn't sacrifice for new glasses, y'all. So forgive me. Good to see you, FOMO. J Soul, what's up? What's up? J Soul in the building. FOMO TV in the building. All these other people. ENJ Dub in the building. DOC. Gun DG. Sup. Yeah, man. So that's where we're at. That's where we are at. You know, my issue is I don't have a problem speaking about the same thing over and over again differently. I don't have a problem with that. I don't know what that's about, but I've definitely, for those of you who know and been rocking with me this long, it's time to level up. Because I've said enough to promote this guy. Them days are slowly, surely, not slowly, but surely coming to an end. Because there's not more I can really say. You know what I mean? and then many people are taking it a step further. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? See? So I did my job, bro. Did my job. Marketing this guy. The good, the bad, and indifferent. Did my job, bro. Now it's time to talk about other things, bro. Other things. Other real life stuff, bro. Real life stuff. And continue to build from there. Really build. He said new glasses for the sacrifice is live. New shades. Need some new glasses. Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. Yo, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all take care of yourselves. Peace.